Hey, Dr. Khatibi, it's Don, Travis's dad. So I'm just going to look at your website here. I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks that you can use yourself to do. That's going to get you more customers. If you want to do these yourself, go for it. If you want to reach back out to me and have me do them for you, I'd be more than happy to do that for you. And I'll give you all the prices, everything like that, as soon as we figure out exactly what we need to do. So without further ado, I'm looking at your website. It looks great, by the way. Very current, up to date. The first thing I'm going to share with you, a tip is make sure you have 1,500 words on your homepage. And the reason I say that is the more words you have, the more information you have. And the more information you have, Google is going to consider you an expert on the matter of family medicine. So then if they consider you an expert, they're going to promote you a lot more to people when they search for pediatricians in Corpus Christi, physicians in Corpus Christi, OBGYNs, Corpus Christi, family medicine doctors, Corpus Christi, stuff like that. So make sure you have at least 1,500 words on your homepage. And make sure, too, the images on your pages, make sure that you save them. Like this one, you should save it as pediatrician Corpus Christi. That is a keyword that people search for on Google. So if you have your pictures saved as keywords, people are going to find them, your website, a lot easier because you have those keywords listed a lot more. So make sure you have all your pictures saved as keywords. And then make sure you upload them to your website. Make sure they're uploaded as those things, those keywords. Number 2, your service page. So you have all the services that you do. You have so many services, which is awesome because people need to know all this stuff, that you do all this. But they're never going to find your website if you don't have the right information to make them find it. So when I say that, I mean information. So you have all these services right here. You should have a page for each service. Because again, the more information you have on something, Google is going to consider you an expert. They're going to help people find you a lot better. But also, when people actually get to your site, like let's say I'm a customer, I get to your site and say, okay, they do PAPs. Well, I don't know a whole lot about PAPs, so let me see what they got. But there's nothing there that just says you do PAPs. So you should have a page for PAPs, a page for urgent care, a page for sick visits, a page for all these. That way they get the information they're needing, and that way they call you and say, hey, I saw you had this on your website. It was the information I was looking for. Hey, can you tell me a little bit more about it, how much it costs, so on and so forth? So that's going to help you a lot more. Make sure you have a page for each one, and make sure on each page you have 500 words on each service page. 1,500 on the home page, 500 on the service page. And make sure you have keywords in those 1,500 words and those 500 words. I'll talk to you more about keywords here in a sec. The rest of your website looks great. You have FAQs, which is awesome because that's a resource people go to a lot. One thing that you absolutely need to have up here, you need to have call now somewhere up here. It needs to entice people to call now. Call to action is always the best way to get people to call. You have email right here. You need to have the little phone icon that people can click and call. So going into keywords, when I say keywords, this is exactly what I mean. So you have 19 keywords on your website. So that means you have 19 words or phrases that people search for on Google. So let's look at them here. You have primary care physician Corpus Christi. 100 people a month search for that. Less than one person a month is coming to your website based on that search. So there's 100 people searching for it, but you're not getting anybody to your site based on that keyword. Let's see some other ones here. primary care physicians in Corpus Christi. 20 searches a month. You don't have anybody coming to your site off of that. A lot of people search for Dr. Khatibi. That's amazing. People know you. That's a great thing. And that's something that you can leverage. You can have your name more often on there because there's 90 people a month that search for that. You just got to make sure that it's on there enough to where you come up. It's probably not coming up. It's probably not you're getting the traffic to your website right now from them searching Dr. Khatibi, because other places like Yelp or Yellow Pages or Krista Spawn has your name on there. So they end up going to those websites because those are the websites that come up first because they have Dr. Khatibi, that keyword, listed a lot. So you don't have a whole lot of keywords right now. You have 1, 2, and we can count Dr. Khatibi as 3. So you got to get more keywords on there. And keywords like, OBGYN Corpus Christi or OBGYNs in my area, things like that. Or pediatricians in Corpus Christi, pediatricians in my area. Just anything that people would search for that are related to what you do. The next thing I'm going to talk to you about is backlinks. It sounds complicated, but it's not. Backlink is basically a referral. So it's a website that has your website on it. So for example, let's say christaspawn.com has New Life Primary Care or New Life Direct Primary Care on there. They have that website on there. When someone's on christaspawn.com and they see, okay, there's some pediatricians here. Here's a website for one, Dr. Khatibi, New Life Direct Primary Care. Okay, I'm going to go to that website and see what they're all about. So basically backlinks are just referrals from other websites. The more referrals you get, the better, just like in your business. So make sure that you have a lot more backlinks than 10 and make sure that those backlinks are quality backlinks. They're not just spam, like the spam emails that you and I get all the time, 100 of them in my inbox right now, just from today, I guarantee you. The next thing is this is what your website looks like when people search it on mobile. Looks great. Again, you just need to put a call to action up here, phone, call. The one issue that you have on here when people search your website on their phone is that not all your pages are loading. So Google is going to make sure that you don't get found first because they've already identified your website as a page as a site that does not have all the pages loaded correctly. Not only that, but when a customer actually gets to your website, if they don't see the information they're looking for because that page isn't there, then they're going to bounce off your website. It says right here, not all page resources could be loaded. So those are the things that I have for you. And also one more thing, make sure that you get more reviews from people. Like for every customer that you have, make sure you reach out to them and give them either a phone call. You can even send them automated emails asking for reviews, or you can even entice them and say, hey, we'll give you $5 if you give us a review. And people will definitely do it. So here's the final tips I have for you. Get more reviews, get your business listed in more online directories like Yelp and Yellow Pages. That's going to get more eyes on your website, get more backlinks, get more words on your site, and fix those load issues when it comes to people searching you on their phones. Again, if you want to do this stuff yourself, I know you said you don't really have time for all that. If that's the case, then you can reach back out to me and we can go into depth on exactly what we're going to do, how soon it's going to be done in, and exactly what results that you're going to see. I will guarantee your results. I want you to know what you're going to get before you do anything. So I hope to hear from you. Take care.